So you're packed and ready. The time is finally here for you to make that move to Canada. Oh, Canada, right? But you're feeling a little bit discouraged. You're feeling a bit ambivalent because you don't know if you're excited, if you're sad to leave your family behind. You're not sure what to expect really moving to a new country. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you some mistakes immigrants make so you can avoid them. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me here, my name is Yashika Turner. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you some mistakes immigrants make when they move here to Canada. And because I know you're on your journey of packing and relocating, because this was me 11 years ago, April, this time around, I was packed and ready to move. But I was nervous, I was anxious, I was happy, I was sad, all these emotions going on. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you these mistakes for you to avoid making these mistakes, right? So the very first mistakes immigrants make is not familiarizing themselves with the Canadian culture before arriving here in Canada. I made this very same mistake also. I did not familiarize myself by reading and just getting a little background knowledge about Canada. I didn't even think I came on YouTube to learn anything. And that's why I created this channel to help new and aspiring immigrants to be prepared of what to expect when coming on their transition and how to succeed as an immigrant living here in Canada. So I'd recommend for you to go get this book, What to Expect When Moving to Canada, because this book will help you to be mentally prepared so that when you reach, you don't get depressed, you don't get surprised by some little simple things. I won't say simple, but some things that are in this book that you would have read and you would have prepared for when you land here in Canada. So that's number one, not getting yourself familiarized with the Canadian system, norms, values, and culture. Number two, not understanding the weather. Yes, this one is a big one too. I knew it was cold, but I did not know it was gonna be that cold. So you have to be mentally prepared for the weather, mentally prepared for the seasons when you get, because during the winter time, during the winter season, oftentimes persons get depressed because, as Caribbean people, we're used to gathering, socializing, going to the beach, just going outside all year round. But now when you move to Canada and everybody is locked in, well, not every, well, Canadians, they like it, they go do winter sports. But for us who grew up in the Caribbean, and now it is so cold to go outside, you're locked indoors, no, there's no sunshine, and you are so depressed. They call it SAD, seasonal affective disorder. I also did a video on that. I'll list it right here, of signs, symptoms, and how to cope. Because trust me, even me now, after 12 years, I still get depressed in the winter season because I don't like going outside in the cold. So for me, it's just work to home, work to home. There's no sea, there's no sand, and there's limited sunshine. So you have to prepare yourself for this, my friend. Try to create support system, and especially if you come by yourself, you have no friends, you have no support, you will get depressed. The winter season will make you so depressed. So be prepared. That's number two. Mistake number three is not understanding the currency. Here in Canada, we use Canadian dollars, not US dollars. So before you come to Canada, you have to change out your monies, change out your Jamaican money, and get your Canadian currency. or change out your so even if you change out your Jamaican currency or you have US currency there, when you arrive here, you have to change it out into Canadian dollars, right? Don't confuse the people at the store. Don't confuse yourself to go into the grocery store or going into the stores and purchasing stuff with US dollars. Try to have your Canadian cash handy and ready. Another mistake is not being open for changes. So you come to Rome, you have to adjust to the new norms, values, culture. You have to be open-minded to say, okay, if things are not working out in this city, you have to be prepared to move to another city. I've seen so many immigrants come and they settle in one same city. For example, Toronto. Toronto is so expensive. They come, they settle in Toronto. You know that Toronto, you cannot afford to buy a house in Toronto. There's limited jobs available in Toronto because it's so overpopulated. And they don't have the mindset to be open to changes, to say, okay, let me move to a new city where I'll be able to get a job. Let me move to a new city so that the housing prices are more affordable and it will be easier for me to invest in purchasing a property, starting your real estate journey early. So that's another mistake, not being open to changes. You're just stuck in your ways. You come and you settle one place, just one place. No, you have to be open for changes, right? The other mistake is immigrants come and they do not make use of the Canadian resources and the Canadian education. You can't just come and you come at one level and you remain at one level for the whole life. There is school, you can go back to school, further your education, explore options, do different things. If one career is not working out for you, again, try another career. Go back to school and you get another career. So you have to be open minded for everything. Another mistake is being antisocial. You don't engage with people, you don't create a network, and you don't create a supporting system. No man is an island, and especially here in Canada, you have to create a network system. You have to create a support system to collaborate, because especially if you come by yourself, if you come with kids, kids need to socialize. You need to socialize. So don't lock yourself, seclude yourself in just work, home, and you don't have nobody to form a social life with. You have to get out there. You have to be friendly. Canadian culture is friendly and polite. So you can't just come and you come with your I won't say it. And you just come with your arrogant self from Jamaica and you just locked off, ignorant and arrogant. You cannot be like that. You have to change, transform, and adjust to a new culture, new norms, new values. Another mistake I see a lot of Canadians, new immigrants do, is to compare themselves to the Joneses and live a higher class life than they can afford. So say you cannot afford certain things, but because the Joneses have this thing, you go and you use a credit card to get it. You go and you take out a loan to get it. No, you have to be smart. Smarter with your money. Thinking about investments early and not liability. Think about assets. Yes, let's put it like that in the financial literacy terms. Thinking about assets and not liabilities. Did you know that even your house can be a liability? If it is not making income, it is a liability. But you can make it an asset by renting out a portion of it and starting your real estate investment early. Which brings me to the next point of the number one mistakes, and I fall for this trap, is not starting your real investment journey earlier. So I'm tired to talk about this one. I am tired of talking about this. And if you haven't heard this before, go and watch my video here where I talk about house hacking. And yes, I'm a real estate sales representative here in Hamilton. So if you're looking into buying your first property, hit me up. Let me know. Let's connect. So I fell for this mistake, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. If you're buying your property, your first property, make it an investment property. Look for something that you can rent out a portion of it and collect income, helping you with your mortgage, helping you with your expenses, right? So don't fall for these traps. Be prepared and avoid making these mistakes. Another one, the last mistake, is I see my fellow immigrants doing, living on the risk of one income stream. One income stream is deadly. That's such a high risk. You know, here in Canada, after being here and observing the work world, I've seen so many people lose their jobs just like that. They come into work and they get a dismissal letter. It is not like the Caribbean. People report you. You do something, you slip, you slide. You cannot go under the carpet. They have cameras to watch you. They have it you can't get away. Let me just put it at that. You cannot get away from certain things that you would get away from in Jamaica. So you have to set up yourself by creating multiple income streams. If you haven't seen my video where I talk about side hustles, go and check it out. You can start your side hustle, start creating another income stream. One stream of income is deadly. Thank you so much. And go check out my playlist here where I talk about thriving in Canada as an immigrant. Bye for now.